Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Wisconsin Granite.
We
and
are
we're behind
indeed.
a different desk than we were last time, but equally as beautiful.
It is stunningly beautiful.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in the program. You might recognize this familiar face. This is Brian Olson of Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning. Welcome, Brian.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us
Yeah,
again.
nice
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
You know, we've had a little bit of blips of warm weather. Can I call them blips? Can I use that
Yeah,
word?
I like
We've had
that
some
word.
blips of warm weather here. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer, but we're still in February. So it's still cold. So we still need to have the heat on. So talk to us a little bit about some things that we can do to make sure that our whatever heating system we have is working properly and making sure that it does its job for us.
Certainly. We can. One thing you as homeowners can do is check your air filter.
Okay.
Make sure the air filter is clean. If it's a 1-inch filter, it should be changed about once every 3 months,
Really?
as opposed to once a year. Maybe.
Or
I have
3
a-
years?
I have a
3 years
feeling
is
you don't
not
change
good.
it that frequently based on your reaction.
Okay, 3 months. Good to know.
Another thing to check is batteries in the thermostat. The thermostat needs power to
Yeah.
communicate.
Okay. So they're not, most thermostats aren't connected to the power of the house then? They have batteries?
Generally speaking, most of them have batteries.
Wow.
Yes. Yep.
News to me too.
And those would be once a year. You change the batteries. When you change your smoke detector batteries, would be a
Sure.
good time to do it.
Do you do that?
Smoke, you have smoke detector?
Yeah, Justin.
Another thing we can do is annual maintenance. It's
Okay.
always a good time for annual maintenance. Make sure the furnace is running at peak efficiency. Make sure that there's nothing that we can notice that may cause a problem
Sure.
at an inopportune time.
Sure.
That's the thing too. You mentioned inopportune time. Isn't it so true that we tend to wait until something's broken or we need that heat or air before we call? And then oftentimes my guess would be, obviously I'm not in the industry, but I think as a general rule, if you maintain in advance, your costs are going to be lower versus waiting until something's broken.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had I had a service call last night about 9:30. The furnace had been making noise. They mentioned to me, chattering noise, whatever it was. It ended up that was a motor that was going bad. Well,
Ooh.
it didn't wait until this morning to go bad. It went bad at 9:30 last night. We got it taken care of. Everybody's good now.
Good.
But again, that's something that can be handled during the day.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, let's look ahead to spring because I'm excited about the warm weather, the real warm weather coming, right? Summer. But obviously we're going to switch gears at some point here from heating to air conditioning. And I'm guessing you get busy when it starts getting warm. So is now a good time to start looking at that air conditioning unit and making sure it's working properly?
It is. You will not believe the amount of calls we get that first weekend that it was 90 degrees out.
Yeah.
And everybody turns theirs on for the first time. Again, once it gets above about 60 degrees, we can check air conditioners, we can check pressure.
Sure.
We can know that it's going to work when it hits that 90-degree day.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I'm curious to know when you're doing, you know, I've heard a lot of folks talk about maintenance and the importance of maintaining your heating and air conditioning system. How often are you doing routine maintenance? Like, does somebody call you and say, I need you to do a tune-up or a checkup on my furnace
That's a good
or air
question.
conditioning, and then you actually do find something wrong that they weren't even aware of, that they didn't even call you about? How often does that happen?
There are times that it happens, but again, it's something where I can listen to a motor and I can hear that it sounds like it's starting to go out, and I
Right.
can make the homeowner aware of it. The maintenance should be done once a year
Yeah.
on your furnace and air conditioner. You mentioned calling us. We have programs available, maintenance agreements that we can call you and we can tell you or remind you that it is a good time. We're available. We have time to do it. Let's
That's
fit
more
something
my
into both of our
speed.
schedule.
Yeah,
Yep.
because you know
Yeah.
that time goes by so fast, and I don't know how many homeowners are sitting at home thinking about their air conditioner maintenance or their
Probably
heating
not many, right?
maintenance, where you're the expert and you kind of propel that conversation to make sure that that is getting done, and we are saving money over the long haul by taking
Right.
good care of our
Yeah,
units.
absolutely. And we just have a little bit of time left, but I'm wondering if you can give us, I'm switching gears again a little bit here, but I'm wondering if you can give us a little bit of a background of Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning and who Dale is. Who is this Dale?
Yeah, Dale was my father. Opened the business in 1985. I went to work for him in 97, so I'm coming up now on 20 years in the
Wow.
industry. and have ran the business for about 11 years now. So nice thing is when you call Dale Seating, you'll talk to me.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
nice.
involved in all aspects of everything,
Yeah.
which is a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. But the thing is I know what's going on, and I'm aware of everything. So
Yeah, well, it's a good thing for the client, certainly, one, to call and get a real person,
Yes.
but two, to call and get the owner of the company who has been with the company, family-owned company, for as long as you have. That's a real comfort for folks, I think, when you're trusting somebody in your home with something that's pretty expensive, and you want to have somebody that's been in the industry for a long time, and also a locally owned family company. I think that's important to folks.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of places now where you're guaranteed to talk to the owner when you give
Right.
them a call.
Yep.
This is one of those cases here. So if you have any heating or air conditioning needs, do not hesitate to pick up the phone and call Brian. This is not Dale, this is Brian at Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
thank you.
Brian.
Thank you.
Don't go away, there's more Wisconsin Family coming up right after the break, so stay right here.